Yellowstone Lake is the largest alpine lake in North America. Any lake over 7,500 feet is considered alpine. Yellowstone Lake sets at 7732. Has a surface area of 136 square miles with 110 miles of shoreline. Deepest part of the lake is 410 feet. The average depth of the lake is 130 feet. And the average summer temperature of Yellowstone Lake is 44 degrees. So it's a cold mountain lake. Now all this water came from the last ice age. Yellowstone Park had about a 4,000 foot thick ice cap over it during the last ice age, which melted out between 14 and 11,000 years ago. That was called the Pinedale Glaciation period. It was one of the four major glaciation periods of the Pleistocene era, of which we know for sure we had three of them in the park. Probably had the fourth as well. We just don't have any evidence. Anyway, when all that snow, all that ice melted out, it just filled in the bottom of the caldera here, and this is what you're seeing. So remember I was telling you we had just come in the eastern side of the caldera? So we're basically standing on the eastern rim of the caldera. Now that mountain across the lake over there, that's Mount Sheridan, okay? That's the southern edge of the caldera, and we also know that it had ice going over top of it because there's ice and grooves and striations on top of that mountain, so we know the ice was moving over Mount Sheridan. So that's why we know it was 4,000 feet thick. So that's the southern rim of the caldera. Far as you can see to the west, you see a low rim running out there. That's the western edge of the caldera. And this mountain range, you see this first snow-covered mountain range to our north, that's the Washburn Range. That's the northern rim of the caldera. In fact, the Washburn Range and Mount Sheridan used to be one continuous mountain range that was destroyed during that last eruption. So as far as the park goes, you can still see the Tetons nicely down there.
Yeah.
Between Mount Sheridan here and the Tetons, somewhere down there is the southern edge of the park, somewhere in between the two. Far as you can see to the west is in the park. See that distant mountain range, the snow-covered peaks? That's the Gallatin Range. That's still in the park too. There's actually parks on the other side of those mountains. And as far as you can see north. So that gives you an idea of the vastness of the park.
There's your 2-minute tutorial of Yellowstone Lake.